Today, we're diving into a classic fable that, believe it or not, holds a super relevant secret for modern life. It's all about a turtle, a couple of geese, and how simply staying quiet can be the one thing that separates you from achieving your biggest dream, or, well, a complete and total disaster.
Come on, you know you have. We've all been there, right? That moment where you just had to say something, get that last word in, and poof, a tiny issue explodes into a huge mess. Just hang on to that feeling because our main character today, he takes that impulse to a whole other level. All right, so let's set the scene. We've got our hero, a turtle, who seems to have a pretty good life, but he's got this one single fatal flaw. So, picture this guy. He's a pretty chill turtle, just hanging out. But here's the thing. He can't stop talking. I mean, ever. He's got a comment for everything, a comeback for every little thing. And this constant need to be heard, it's keeping him from what he wants most in the world, to get out of his boring old pond and finally see what's out there. But lucky for him, he's got friends. Two geese see how frustrated he is, and they cook up this brilliant, maybe a little bit crazy plan to help him out. Now, the plan itself is pretty straightforward, but it all hangs on one condition. Just one. A totally non-negotiable rule that is the key to his entire journey and, his survival. And here it is. The geese grab a sturdy stick and they give him the instructions. Bite down on this stick. Don't let go. And no matter what you see or what you hear, you have to stay quiet. His dream, his life, it all comes down to whether he can control his biggest weakness. And you know what? At first, it's amazing. It's working. They take off, and our turtle is literally soaring through the clouds, seeing the world like he never imagined. This is the absolute ride of his life. But then, they fly over a town. People on the ground look up. They start pointing, shouting, laughing. They can't believe what they're seeing. And right here, this is the real test. His discipline is about to have a showdown with his pride. So, this is the critical moment. All that joy, all that wonder, it's suddenly being challenged by the one thing the turtle just can't stand. People making fun of him. You can almost feel the pressure building inside him, that urge to prove them all wrong. What's he gonna do? I mean, that's the choice, right? Does he stick to the one simple rule that's giving him this mind-blowing experience? Or does he give in to that powerful urge to clap back, to show those people down there that he's the one in control? He's got the perfect comeback ready. That one zinger that will shut everyone up. And in that split second, his pride takes over. He forgets the rule, he forgets the danger, he opens his mouth to speak. And just like that, it's over. He loses his grip, the dream, the journey, the whole thing. It's all gone in an instant. The story just ends there, with the ultimate price for one broken rule. Man, what a harsh ending. But it is packed with some serious wisdom. So let's break down what this ancient story can teach us about our own lives, right here, right now. I think we can boil it down to 4 main lessons. First, knowing when to be quiet. Second, learning to check your pride at the door. Third is all about choosing discipline over a quick reaction. And finally, understanding what it really means to have control. So lesson 1 is the most direct one. Sometimes the most powerful, the smartest, and frankly, the safest thing you can do is just say nothing. The turtle had everything to lose and absolutely nothing to gain by talking. His silence was literally his ticket to ride, and he just threw it away. And that brings us to lesson 2, pride. That burning need to defend our ego, to prove we're right, it's almost always a trap. The turtle felt like he was being mocked, and his pride demanded that he react. But that reaction cost him everything. And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? On one side, you've got that impulsive reaction. Yeah, it might feel good for a second to get that comeback out, but look at the result. You lose everything. And on the other side, disciplined silence. It's tough, but it leads to long-term success. It lets you keep the prize. Which leads us to our final lesson, and it's about power. We tend to think the loudest person in the room is the most powerful, but usually that's just someone who needs validation. Real power, true power, is internal. It's having the self-control to choose when you act, instead of just reacting to everything around you. So, when you put it all together, this isn't really a story about a talking turtle. It's a masterclass in the incredible power of self-control.
Here's the bottom line. The turtle thought his strength was in his witty comebacks, his ability to always have the last word. But his real strength, the thing that was literally taking him around the world, was his ability to control that voice.
And that kind of leaves us with a big question to think about. In our own lives, whether it's at work, in an argument with someone, or even just scrolling online, where is our stick? Where is that one situation where choosing disciplined silence over a snappy reaction is the very thing that's going to keep us flying?